All right, welcome, Life Science. Today I'm going to cover understanding science, or basically the nature of science. So what you're going to want to do is pull up your Life Science Nature of Science active notes, or NOS active notes. And today our learning objectives are: what is scientific inquiry? What are the results of scientific investigations? And how can a scientist minimize bias in a scientific investigation? So, what is science? Science is the investigation and exploration of natural events or phenomena and of the new information that results from those investigations. Basically, you're studying the world around you or the phenomena around you, and you're trying to explain them. A lot of times, scientists will form questions from what they see or observe. And then scientists also use a reliable set of skills and methods to find those answers. So skills such as like recording their observations. Sometimes they need to be able to know how to code or use computers. You can see that these volcanists, oh boy, volcanists are studying the volcano, and they're using tools. Another person doing some type of experiment, underwater scuba diving, so on and so forth. Now, there are three broad branches of science: life science, which is also known as biology. You study living things. Anything that's alive, that's considered life science. So you are in life science, and this is what we're going to be focusing on this year. Earth science, the study of Earth and astronomy. And then physical science, which is the kind of combination of chemistry and physics. You're studying the interactions of how matter and energy, energy is transferred from one form to another, what happens to matter during chemical reactions, so on and so forth. So next year you'll take Earth Science, and then the following year Physical Science. Ready for some recap questions? What is another name for life science? Biology. What kind of interactions might this forest ecologist be studying? Could be studying the interactions of lichens with the Douglas fir. I believe these are questions in our book that we're supposed to be looking at, or pictures in our books that we're supposed to be looking at. So this might not work so well. What are examples of living things? Animals, plants, microscopic organisms are all living things. All right, looking at the picture of earth science, what natural earth science topic might these scientists be studying? They might be studying soil contents. What other parts of Earth can you think of that would logically be part of Earth science? Earth science doesn't just include Earth, but it includes the oceans, all the water found on Earth, the gases, all the gases found on Earth, also known as atmosphere. Okay, and then there's a picture of physical science in your book. In general terms, what do physicists and chemists study? This one you could definitely get in your notes. They study interactions of matter and energy. The chemist in the photo is preparing antibiotic solutions. How do chemistry and other scientists work together in the development of antibiotics? Could be that biology is the key to understanding antibiotics and how it's processed by the body. So a lot of times chemistry and biology do go together. So a lot of chemistry going on inside of you right now. All right, so we have these objects that I would like to sort. And I know this is where I would usually lecture in class, and kids would come up and move the objects. So I think I'll just save this, and we can come back to this in class. Okay, scientific inquiry. So what is inquiry? It's basically the process where you're going to answer questions or test ideas about the natural world. So the first step, I guess, in scientific inquiry is that you observe something and you start to ask questions about it. So observation means you're going to use one or more of your senses to gather information, and then you're going to take note of what happens. Inference is a logical explanation of that observation, and it's drawn on from prior knowledge or experience. So I would like to do a few examples of observation versus inference. So right now, observation. if I were to, I don't know if I can turn on my camera. Nope, I cannot. But I can say that my hand sanitizer is blue. That is an observation. An inference would be oranges are edible. The inside of a tennis ball is hollow, but the tennis ball is yellow. So that's an observation. The inference is that it's hollow. Let's see what else. I don't know. I'm kind of blanking. So maybe we'll think of some more here. Let's take a look at some examples here. So we're going to highlight the part of text that describes if it's an observation in green or inference in blue. You are growing plants in the garden and notice some plants are doing better than others and ask why. Maybe some plants are receiving better sunlight or more water, so they are growing better. So what was the observation that we noticed here? You would say, you noticed some plants are doing better than others. What is your inference? Maybe they are receiving better sunlight or more water, because you know plants need sunlight and water, and maybe some plants are not getting enough of it. All right, what is an observation? The act of watching something and recording what occurs. What's an inference? A logical conclusion based on available information or evidence. All right, continued. Let's classify these statements as either observation or inference. So the apple covering is red. Observation or inference? That would be an observation. The apple is edible. That would be an inference. There are seeds inside the apple. Another inference. Can't see it unless we cut it open, so it's based on prior knowledge. Same thing that the apple is edible. You don't know that unless someone, says, hey, it's okay to have apples. Could statement 3 become an observation? Definitely. Yes, it could. Okay. If you find a smashed apple and you see the seeds. Okay. Or you can say an apple cut in, there are seeds when you cut an apple in half, or the apple that's been sliced, you can see the seeds. I don't know, but. All right, so that does it for observation versus inference. So we do have a worksheet. Basically, you're trying to identify which are observations and inferences. So let's pull up that assignment. It says observation versus inferences. Here we have the definitions at the top: recognizing or noting a fact or occurrence, inference, conclusion based on those observations. Use the picture of the boy in the water to determine if the following statements are observations or if the statements are inferences. Place an I in the blank for inference and an O in the blank for observation. So number 1, the boy is in the water. So you take a look at the picture. There's the boy. He's in the water. Yeah, that is an observation. So number 1 would be an O. 2, the weather is cold. How do you know that? Is that it stated clearly in this picture? So 2 would be an I. So you're just going to go through and classify as either I or O, inferences or observations. This will be due tomorrow.